Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are all well. Today topic is about polar compounds. Before starting the video, I request to all my friends to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Let's go to today's topic. We have different site open. Let's take a look at one of them. What are polar compounds? Polar compounds are chemical compounds that are held together by polar covalent bonds. The term polar compound can be defined as a chemical species which consists of two or more atoms that are held together by covalent bonds that are polar in nature due to the unequal sharing of electrons. When two atoms are bound together via a covalent bond, the difference in the electronegativities of bonded may cause the bond pair of electrons to shift closer to the more electronegative atom. This results in the accumulation of a partial positive charge at the location of the more electropositive atom and the accumulation of a partial negative charge at the location of the more electronegative atom. Polar compounds are chemical compounds that are held together by such bonds. It is important to note that polar compounds are not the same as ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are held together by ionic bonds that arise due to electrostatic force between ions. In such case, one of the atoms loses an electron to form a cation, and another atom gains an atom to form an anion. In polar compounds, the electron pair is shared by two chemical species. However, the electron pair is shared in a scroll down. It's further example of a polar compound, water H2O. Water is the polar compound because the covalent bonds between hydrogen and oxygen in the water molecules are polar in nature. The bond polarity in the hydrogen-oxygen bonds arises due to the difference in the electronegatives of hydrogen and oxygen. Since oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen, it pulls the bonds pair of electrons closer to itself. This causes the oxygen atom to develop a partial negative charge and the hydrogen atom to develop a partial positive charge. Ethanol CH3CH2OH. The ethanol molecular features a polar covalent bond between the terminal carbon and the hydroxyl group. This carbon oxygen bond is polar in nature because oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, causing it to shift the bond pair of electrons closer to itself and obtaining a partial negative charge in the process. The carbon atoms gain the partial positive charge since the electron pair is placed relatively far away from its nucleus. Scroll down it's further. Squeeze nomenclature of organic compounds uses of baking soda. Example of proteins, electron affinity, what is perception, quantum numbers, Red's reactions, electromagnetic effect, define covalent bond, IR spectroscopy. Important chemistry topics: periodic table of elements, Febo principle, electrons configuration, isomerism, Planck's quantum theory, valence bond theory, reactivity series. named reactions, dipole moment, thermal conductivity, mouth concept, Tyndall effect, CBSC sample paper. I hope you like the video. See you in our next video.